Welcome to a double RSR, double review. Tonight we're reviewing Canada 0, Ecuador 0, international friendly. Canada 0, Ecuador 0, la Amistoso Internacional. And reviewing Trinidad and Tobago 1, Jamaica 1, CONCACAF World Cup qualifying round 3, Group B. Trinidad y Tobago 1, Jamaica 1 en la eliminatorias de la Mundial de la CONCACAF. Ronda 3, fecha FIFA 3, Grupo B, Jornada 5. We'll start with Canada versus Ecuador because I think there's less to say about this game. Then we'll talk about Trinidad and Jamaica, even though I titled it the other way around on my stream. But, you know, it is what it is. I can do it the way I want to do it. Canada, Ecuador, 0-0 at the half, 0-0 middle tiempo. 6 minutes in, Ali Ahmed gets a red card, rightfully so, because he sticks his foot out, going for the ball right into an Ecuadorian player's face. That was dumb. I don't know why. You know that's a red card. Like, that's not even defensible. Like, Ali's a good player, but that's indefensible. Putting your foot out to get the ball and just straight to the face, studs up. Like, you know that's going to be a red card. That isn't even a question. That was dumb. Dumb. Absolute brain dead dumb. I don't know what he was doing there, but after that, there were moments in the first half where Canada looked like the better team while being down a man. And yeah, it took me about 25-30 minutes to get the stream up, but I found a site. So whenever there's these, Fox won't show them on TV, but TSN shows the friendlies, I know where to go now. I know where to go now. Also, for college football, if YouTube TV doesn't get their shit together with ESPN, I know where to go. With that being said, and Formula 1 for the last 3 Grand Prix. With that being said, enough about that. When I was watching this game, I thought there were times where Canada were the better team while being down a man. It was kind of interesting. It was interesting because you look at Canada and you're like, they don't look so bad. They didn't. They looked very good. They looked strong. They played hard. They played tough. They defended well. Dane St. Clair had a couple of bobbles throughout both halves. But Canada had more shots, equal shots to Ecuador, and one more shot on goal. And they were offside more times, which means they got closer. There were some chances, tap-ins that were missed by Enner Valencia. And I think Valencia missed 2 of them, and there was somebody else who missed a big sitter. But 3 big sitters missed by Ecuador. This could have been 3-0 to Ecuador, but I think Canada overall, full time it was 0-0, 0-0 esta noche. Canada getting a draw, I think after going down a man, you have to say, you know what? Throw your hands up and be like, at home, that's an amazing result against one of the better teams, one of the best teams in CONMEBOL, especially through qualifying. Yeah, it's a good result. It's a really good result. I mean, is it a win? No. Is it a loss? No. You sit there and you're like, okay, we could live with that. It's a result. It's a result. It's a result. They got the draw, 0-0. Looked better offensively at times while being down a man. And it makes you wonder if Ali Ahmed didn't do some stupid stuff, could we have won this game? Makes you wonder. Full-time stats are as follows: 4 shots to 4, 1 shot on goal to 0, 24% possession to 76% possession, 186 passes to 628, 67% pass accuracy to 90% pass accuracy, 9 fouls to 20, 3 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 3, 1 red card to 0, 4 corners to 2. Man of the match, I'll just give it to Caicedo because I thought he played well. Some of his crosses should have went in. I'll just give it to Caicedo. But Canada as a group, truly I think they were team as the star. I think Canada played very well as a group. I think they played very well defensively to shut this game down after the red card, playing 85 minutes and change with stoppage time down a man. Yeah, they absolutely shut this game down. I'm happy with the result. The start, not so much. I'm happy with the result. They made this a test. They ended up making this game a test in the end. That they... Playing Ecuador is a test, but they made this a tougher test than what it should have been. And instead of winning, instead of the story being they need to win, now it was, can they hold on and get a result? And they did. So, I'm happy with it overall. I'm mad about how the game started. I'm not happy with that, but I'm happy with how the game ended. Canada shut them down and held on and held firm. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Let's move on to Trinidad versus Jamaica. Trinidad Tobago 1, Jamaica 1. Trinidad Tobago 1, Jamaica 1. CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers, eliminatorias de la Mundial de la CONCACAF. And Jamaica are sitting second place after this game, after that late goal that they allowed. I'd say 1-1's a fair scoreline with how the game played out. But Jamaica is sitting second. Now, the good news is, with the points, whoever loses, if there is a loser on the final match day between Curacao and Jamaica, the loser's going to the playoff. Or if Jamaica draws, they go to the playoff. Jamaica has to win at home on the final match day to make it automatically to the World Cup. So, that it's pretty much obvious for them. Win and you're in. Lose or draw, playoff. But you still have a chance to play for it, because with the points on the other groups, it looks like Group B is probably locked down a playoff spot for whoever does not go to the World Cup. That's the good news, especially if Jamaica draws against Curacao. A draw for Curacao or a win would put them through. All that Curacao cannot do is lose. Trinidad is out. Bermuda's been out. So Trinidad draws, but they needed to win to stay alive. And probably hope for a draw on the other end. But now, they're out. And I thought they played solidly tonight. Enough to win? Good enough to win? They had some chances they could have put away to make it 2-1. Get the first goal, be tied, and then get the goal to take the lead. I thought they had some chances. But for me, I think Jamaica played solidly. They could have scored some goals too, and they didn't score. I think both teams very much scored the goal that they needed and not much else. Halftime 0-0, 0-0, medio tiempo. First half, the teams were feeling each other out, seeing who could throw the first punch. Both teams had some chances. I think, yes, Jamaica had an offside goal that was called back in the first half. Again, chances that you missed or didn't count that ended up going against you. Jamaica, I'd say it was even. I'd say it was 50-50 through 45. I'd say it was 50-50 through 45 through 90. Still 50-50. I think this game was still 50-50 through 90. And, I mean, it's a 1-1 draw. I mean, what else could you say? I mean, yeah, you could have a 1-1 draw where one team is just so much better than the other, just has a little bit of bad luck. But this was more of a, hey, both teams deserved this draw with the performance they put out. Either team could have won, but neither team did. Goals were scored as follows. 53rd minute, Ronaldo Cephas has the ball at his feet, cuts in, runs it into the box, cuts in, gets in front of two defenders in front of the penalty spot, takes the shot, pops it into the net. 0-1. Jamaica has the lead. 85th minute, Kevin Molino pops in the rebound. Who else but Kevin Molino? He still got it. If there's anything we learned this year with Trinidad and Defense Force, he's still got it. Even if the rest of the team around him is not good enough, he's still got it. Maybe he should still be in MLS. Either way, 1-1 for Kevin Molino. Big ups to Kevin Molino. Full time, 1-1, 1-1 esta noche. Now Jamaica has to win on the final match day, which we'll be back for that after this review. So I don't think I'll be live again till that day. And I think what we're going to do is Canada-Venezuela double with a red zone style golazo, watching the golazo show for the final match day, and we're going to red zone it. So 7 games pretty much at the same time. 2 hours of red zone association football starts now. And then we'll just review the Canada game that night, and then the day after we'll do our round 3 CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers recap. Because, I mean, that's pretty much the same video I'll be doing if I just basically reviewed the final match day. So, makes things easier, I guess. But basically, a 7-match association football red zone. 6 CONCACAF, 1 Canada. Double. I think that's what we'll do. But full-time stats are as follows. 17 shots to 6, 6 shots on goal to 1, 62% possession, 38% possession, 411 passes, 255, 83% pass accuracy to 67% pass accuracy, 10 fouls, 13, 0 offside to 5, 0 yellow cards, 3, 0 red cards, 0, 3 corners to 4. I think both teams deserve this draw. I think the way they played, how tough they played, the defense that was put on, the missed chances from both sides. Tie game is fair. Draw is fair. I think both teams deserve the draw. That's what they earned. That's what they got out of this. I think that's fair. 50-50 game. Trinidad got a point at home. Now Jamaica has to win on the final day to go to the World Cup automatically. But that's kind of how... I'm not surprised this is how the story ends up, if we're being real, because it's after Hurricane Melissa in Kingston, final game. Wind takes you to the World Cup in front of your home fans after a devastating Category 5 hurricane. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is where we are. It writes up for a good story. A heartbreaker or a absolute triumph. And I hope Jamaica gets their triumph than their heartbreaker. With that being said, they deserve to be in this position. The way they played tonight, they deserve to be in this position. They score one more goal. They could have been top of the group going into the final match day, and a draw would have put them in the World Cup, plus a win. Same thing with Trinidad. They deserve to be eliminated, because if they would have won, if there was a draw in the Jamaica-Curacao game, they could have made the World Cup if they beat Bermuda, which they probably would either way. So, you did it to yourself, both of you. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you on Tuesday. Tuesday the 18th. Yeah. For a double live watch along, just one review. Double live watch along, Canada, Venezuela, Venezuela, Canada. And I know where to find it, so no problems there. And then, of course, Golazo show for the match day 6 of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying round 3. We are basically doing a red zone style double live watch along. 6 games on that TV, or that computer. Every goal. Canada on the TV. We'll review the Canada game. The day after, the 19th, we will recap the whole round 3, which will also recap the final match day of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. So we're all going to find out together in real time who's going to the World Cup, who's going to the playoff, and who's joining the eliminated teams, because there are some eliminated teams already. With that being said, I'll see you Tuesday. 4 days off, unless I choose to do the Italy game, which 9-goal win would put them through. I'm not going to. Maybe there's some that pops up before that. I don't think so. With that being said, I know I'll see you Tuesday. I'll take the Canada draw. Jamaica, Trinidad, you got the result you deserved. I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.